Hey everyone, Kevin Jarday. I'm want to give you guys a educational moment on mold. Okay, so mold is obviously a bad thing for you. It's bad for your body. It's bad for your lungs, especially if you have asthma or if you have any kind of issues with mold. It's something that you got really got to stay on top of and take care of. All right, so a guy called me, a contractor guy called me, actually a house flipper called me and said, "Hey Kevin, there's this." I'm gonna be very careful not to say the company's name, so apologize if I let it slip. I won't. I'll try not to. But he said this particular company came out and did a mold test and said it was really high in his house. I said, okay, well that's no big deal. I said, and he's only $7,000 to fix it, which I thought, wow, that's crazy. Not fix the issue, why, but fix just the mold part of it. Okay, so you gotta be real careful with this. All right, so this guy takes this. This is his report, part of his report. Okay, and what he does when he does his testing. Thermal camera is cool. All right, I like thermal camera, but when he put the hose, his air test hose, puts it behind the wall. Okay, so when you put it behind the wall, you're in a concentrated area. That's like putting your instrument in a petri dish and sucking out of a little cap. All right, you're going to get high concentrations of anything that's in there. All right, air testing is supposed to be in the air, what you're breathing. Okay, now it'd been fine if he did that, but he did the outside test like he's supposed to. He came in here and did that test, but he didn't do an air test of what you're actually breathing out in the air. Okay, so then he proceeds to tell him how to start scaring them on how he's going to contain this room, how he's not going to walk in the house without a suit on, and all this other crap. Okay, give me a break. All right, that's not how you do. That's not how you do customers in first. We're not here to scare you. Okay, if the house has mold on it and it's growing everywhere, that's one thing. But let me show you where the mold was. Okay, I'm gonna come back out here and show you that in a second. Come on here, son. This is the sheetrock, which is very clean, still brand new. This is the sheetrock, which is actually this is the fireplace. Show them the fireplace over there. See the fireplace right there? I'll show you that in a second. But see this is where the high concentration of moisture was. All right, very clean, no mold. Backside, very clean. No mold. This has been up for several months. It's been up for several months since they finished this house, because I was actually here several months ago when he bought the house. So I know for a fact how long it was. So it only takes 24 hours for the mold to start growing. And if it's a lot of water, a lot of moisture and everything, it's going to be rampant. Okay, it's going to spread. All right, right here, you can see the moisture's coming, the water's coming from hydrostatic pressure. It's coming in, the pressure is pushing the water through the block. Not up here, not that stuff, but right here is really bad. Okay, back here, they had left the wood stud wall. The stud walls were actually attached to the wall, which you can't do. You're not supposed to do that. What that does, it allows water to actually come through. But right here, if you really can't really tell, let's see if I get my flashlight. 1 second here, flashlight. Right here. All right, the concrete's actually separated about 3/4 inch back there in the back. There's a lot of water back there. Now, what happened was the paneling that was on here was never taken off. All right, so when you're not taking it off, it allowed that water and that mold to stay there, because that's actually what was contaminated. And let's go outside and I'll show you the part that was contaminated. It was very little. It's just around the bottom of the fireplace hearth and right behind the brick. So you're talking about this much strip here, and just right that much of the brick, which is this part. That was behind the brick. You can see there was definitely mold on that. Okay, see the mold there? All that's mold. Now, if you take and you put your tester in there, and that's all there you're pulling, not that you're actually breathing, that's going to be extremely high and concentrated. This right here was along the sides. The little 4 inches of the 3.5 inches of brick is on the side. Obviously, a lot of mold, right? Nothing on the back side, but a lot on the front. All right, so when you're having your air quality test done, when you see somebody sticking a hose behind there, get rid of them. Tell them, we're done. Because what they're trying to do is trying to get it a high concentrated level so they can take advantage of you when it comes down to the actual fix. All right, if you'll see right here, again, obviously there's moisture, okay, the thermal camera, 81.6%. Obviously there's moisture there. Now, that moisture you saw it was behind the wall. You saw that moisture. You saw the moisture was in the wood. This is the rest of the wood I tore out. Okay. This has a little bit of mold on it. Has a little bit of mold on it. A little right there. Has some right through here. I can't see real good because the flash on the hammer's got me blinded. But there's some mold on that. This one here, the white stuff's not mold. It's just the brick. Here's some mold up here. Okay. But there's some mold. The yellow stuff there. That's mold. And these little spots are no, that's not mold either. That's paint. That's spray from something. All right. So there wasn't a ton of mold. There wasn't really a ton of mold back there. Is there an issue? Yes. Does it need to be fixed? Yes. But to scare the people and tell them it's going to be $7,000 was ridiculous. So you guys be very careful. You call somebody that's reputable, and these people probably are reputable as far as people know, because nobody else calling them out like I'm calling them out. They don't have somebody else, because usually when somebody does the testing, they're the ones going to do the work, right? So when they do the work, I guarantee you they're not going to test that behind again. They're going to test the air test they shouldn't have in the first place, which is going to come out perfectly fine. All right. So when you get somebody to test it, even with my company, if you get InstaDri to do it, have somebody else test it. That way, when it's all said and done, you know for a fact, for you and your family, know for a fact that is taken care of. Okay. I don't like people taking advantage of people. That's why I'm making this video. I think it's very educational that you guys really need to know what's going on out here in the world. And I'm telling you, $7,000 to remediate this mold, and I'm doing it for $2,500. And I'm actually taking care of the water issue, the water problem. I'm actually dealing with that. They weren't dealing with any water problem. They were just doing mold. All right. So it's very easy to scare people, especially people who love to read, the analytical people who love to read stuff online, and they can say, "Oh my God, the mold's bad." Blah blah blah. Mold is bad, but it's not the end of the world. It's not that difficult to take care of. There's absolutely no reason why you should be spending $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 on mold remediation on something that's that small. I mean, it's literally a 3 foot by probably a 2 foot by 4 foot area that needs to be taken care of. Okay, so if you think this was helpful, I appreciate you sharing and like it on YouTube. Leave me up, Kevin Jarday at InstaDri Knoxville. Actually, not Knoxville, just InstaDri.com. I would appreciate if you like and share. Thanks. Have a great day.